Hi guys! So we are in Larchwood, Iowa today. This is what our booth setup is looking like. I'll get you closer. Setup with starting at 9, and there's all kinds of vendors here. So we haven't been to this one. The noise that you're hearing is not there's a parade that is going through around the park here. So a little small town. Mom made some new gnomes. She made some magnets. We've got some of the school teams. She's got Packers and the sports gnomes. They're little tiny ones. And then she had some of these butterflies, so she turned those into gnomes. Made a brand new chicken nugget pattern. This was a free pattern off of Instagram. I think it's from Okie Dokie. One of the slowest websites I've ever been on in my life since dial-up. But I finally found it with the help of Ella from No Catchy Name. I could not find it, and yeah, I think it was because the website was so slow. But it turned out way bigger than I think I would want to make it. I did make this in big twist plush, so that might be why it's thicker than Bernat, I think. So anyway, if you see something that you like, let me know in the comments down below, and you can certainly get it. Here's one of my market bags. And then we've had such windy days and just crazy weather around here that we've started using these baskets on the metal racks. I don't have a lot of inventory, so it works for now anyway. Put my turtle way up there, one of them. Sorry about the noise. I just figured I would get it done, but here's my banana. Trying to think of what else. So I made these two. I made the dinosaur, so I finished him off. That's the tiny Timothy version, smaller than Timothy. And made some more axolotls. I've got my emotional support pickle. And then I made a whole bunch of stingrays. So, and then these were turtle pattern. Sorry, that's really loud. My bin of chicken nuggets. So all this stuff I have is my $5 bins, I guess. And then Mom's got hers. You guys, look at this. It's a little gnome puppy. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I will try to make sure that the audio is louder. So she's got her little ladybug gnome, the little feet gnomes. So she calls them pot gnomes because they have a pot for their head. So we got a birthday gnome, sunflowers, some Bud Light. Guys drink Bud Light. So she can do any football team. So if you guys are interested in a certain football team, she can make one of those for you. She's also, I had some of these clear bags, so she's turning this, she put vinyl on them, so if you're like going to a concert or something, you could have a clear bag, because I know a lot of places require that you do that now. So, and then she's taken old teacup sets and made them into gnomes, so those turned out really cute. And then there's catnip toys. So we've got some earrings, bookmarks. She made these with her Cricut. She's got football earrings. And then this is the tumbler pattern. I finally figured out that I was doing the tops wrong, and this one is the correct way to do it. But I've got bees and tumblers, stingrays, tiny turtle, and the bear. My very sloppy, I gotta tighten that up somehow, balloon dog. And then we have the front here. So I found some hats that I had stored away. And then we've got some more axolotls. But I've got my duck and the bee the little caterpillars, more wolf cats. So we'll see what happens. We don't have high expectations. It's the first year we've been here, so we'll see how it goes. All right, y'all, say hi to Mom. Mom, say hi. All right, thanks, guys. Hi, guys. So my name is Amber. This is oohaahcrochet. The clip that you will see before this was the clip of us getting all set up and ready for the fair in Larchwood, Iowa. It was a beautiful day. The sun was, I mean, it was bright. It was like 82-ish degrees. It wasn't windy at all. We didn't have any problems with the wind. We had our tent set up. There was tons of people for a small town. I mean, there was tons of people. They had this parade and all this kind of stuff. So I'll go over the sales with you, and then I'll kind of try to go through the patterns too that I used. Unfortunately, I didn't get a video up before the sale because I did make a lot of new things and I didn't get to show you, but they should be in the video. And if I'm able to clip it, I will, but we'll see how that works. Okay, so we'll go over what Mom sold first. She sold, let's see, she made the gnome magnets, and so she sold actually 6 of those. So she sold them 2 for $5, so $15 just in magnets. She sold 2 sports gnomes. There was a Bears and a Cowboys right beside each other, and the family, apparently they're a house divided, and that was part of their teams, so they got that. And then bear football earrings. She sold a beehive that she's had for quite a while, some catnip toy, and then a bookmark. So total she made $56. The booth fee was free, so basically it was just our gas to get there were the only costs. And then I sold an octopus, the brand new hippo, which I think I showed you guys. I'm just going to try to look for the name if I can find it. Oh, that was part of the Instagram pattern. It was just a mom crocheting, and that is Hannah the mini hippo. Some girl really wanted it. She put it down, but she was holding it, and just it was it's kind of like a lovey almost, but she was like 12. She was holding it, put it down, was debating on what to do, and then she came back within an hour. She had $10 and 8 quarters, so she could have her $12 hippo. I sold an elephant. Speaking of which, let's see. Sold an elephant to a little boy, and that is. Oh, I didn't write it down. It's a YouTube tutorial. Pretty sure. Yeah, YouTube tutorial. I wrote down the instructions. I will link it below. It didn't have a tail, but I added a tail on this one. The first 2 I sold did not have a tail. But I had one when I started. That one sold, and I was like halfway through another one while we were sitting there waiting. And that one that I was making sold earlier too. So since then, I just finished these. Like literally they're hot off my hook. They're not even, 15 minutes old. So that is what I've done since I've been home from the fair. I haven't gotten anything else done. I sold the only $5 poppet mushroom I had, a bee keychain, an axolotl. I made a pink with coral, and a blue, the dark blue and light, and a like a really navy blue. So those 2 sold separately. I sold the duck with the rainbow hat, so that was $25. I sold one of the tumbler keychains. Along with the elephant, the little girl bought the turtle I just made. So it was a brother and sister, and they were each $8, so that was $16. Both swinging axolotls sold, and the blue and the pink. I gave her the option of the pink, but she wanted the blue. So So that, and then the baby axolotl, the one that was standing up, that sold. A loaf cat sold. Just this lady just absolutely wanted. It was the black loaf cat with the white detailing on the face and the paws. A pickle sold. Finally sold a pickle. The strawberry little keychain I made out of the Dollar Tree yarn, and the other loaf cat with the tweed yarn, and then a stingray. So I made 204. So minus gas, my PayPal fees, I had 61 in cards, and I think it was like 59 something. So it was less than $2 in fees for the $61. So that was pretty good. I mean, we were only there we could start setting up at 9, which we did, and it was just a free-for-all. You could park anywhere. You know how these parks with like the Arts in the Park, they have like a circle. You can go in and there's like a walkway and the kind of like a shape of a circle around the trees. And we just were able to park our vehicle right behind our tent, which was amazing, because then we didn't have to trek all the way across. Like in Brookings, we had to walk a whole football field before we could get to where our tent area was. And when it's hot, like it has been, you're absolutely exhausted before you even get set up, because you're walking that far just to get your stuff to where you're going. I mean, that's the most exhausting part, especially tearing down. It's a lot. It's a lot. So that was a good, yeah, I think we would do it again. I think I probably could have sold more had I had more inventory. We, were right across from another crocheter, but her main thing was clothes. Like, so she must have bought these clothes from a company or sourced them in, kids' clothes. And then she had just a few crochet items. And she said too, you know, I don't mind being with other crocheters because we all crochet something different, which a lot of us do. I mean, majority of the stuff, I try to pick stuff that people don't have, or I make them in colors that people don't use. But she was still using acrylic yarn, and bless her, she's only been crocheting for a year. So she's using acrylic yarn, and it was yarn that was donated to her, which is absolutely amazing. And that's how I got started too. So it was nice to meet them. And some of our other fellow Sioux Falls people were there, so we got to talk to them too. But it was a great day. Yeah, I don't have anything bad to say about it. So that's more money, which, poof, it's gone like that. We did the 50-cent auction today, and I had 48 different people. 48 different people. There was over, I think, $130 worth of stuff. I posted a lot, but it was a 2-week post. So, I mean, I really, really did post quite a bit. I'm just trying to get rid of books. I was able to donate 13 boxes, banker boxes, stuffed full, to a church that's going to be doing a book sale. And I just figured, you know what? At a certain point, for those of you that are resellers, or maybe you know a reseller, you know that at a certain point your death pile is a death pile. Like, it's going to kill you, right? And so you just have to either list it, donate it, or you know, throw it away. I mean, those are your options. So from the rummage sale, when we packed up the rummage sale, I packed up 13 boxes and took that to the church. My plan is to be out of this other storage unit, and that way, I mean, that's more money for us, right? And every penny right now seems like it's like trying to get blood out of every one of those pennies. So we're going to get rid of that storage unit. My plan is before the end of the next term, when it's done. I sent an email to figure out when that is going to be done, so we have that taken care of. My other thing is I sold, so today we went to the 50-cent auction, Mom and I did, and it's 90 freaking degrees, but of course the wind was blowing, so we put out some of my crochet stuff. We weren't able to put out Mom's stuff, which is unfortunate, but she doesn't have that much anyway, and she wants to have her inventory. So today I sold a little $5 turtle that I've been making. I sold my pop-up mushroom boy, which again, that was one of those IG ones I had only made just recently. I sold a scrunchie, which was my first out of all my scrunchies to sell. And I think there was 2 other things, but I can't. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I don't remember, but I know I made at least, I think it was almost $30 just selling crochet. So as long as you sell something on this auction, on the 50-cent auction in Sioux Falls here, as long as you sell something, you're allowed to bring cash and carry. Now, there are some times I go and I don't sell any cash and carry, but then there are other times when I do. So it's worth putting the table out and having the stuff out there. It's definitely worth my time. And we're only there for like an hour. So it's real quick. I mean, granted, it took me probably 3 hours to get everything sorted last night. But that, again, is on me because I'm not organized enough. And had I been organized enough and not wait until the last minute to, like, sort out what didn't sell and what did sell, and then I would have a lot more. It would take me a lot less time. But let me tell you what else. So the turtle pattern I did was from YouTube, and that was the Stitch Zoo. Lisa had talked about them, and so I used that. And the elephant is from the Stitch. That's why I didn't write it down. The elephant is from the Stitch Zoo too. So you guys can look them up on YouTube. But the turtle that Lisa's been doing, Lisa with Happy Hook Creations, is uses that pattern. So that's what I've been doing. I do plan on making more swings. I'm out of axolotls, so I have one left, I think. One swinging axolotl. So I need to make those again. They sell at, I have it priced at $17 and they sell. The swinging pets I have priced at $15 and they sell. So for me at this point, it's a good price point. So I don't know what you guys sell them for in your area, but you can look at that. If you haven't made them yet, All From Jade is the one that has the swinging pets. There's also other YouTubers that or Instagram people that have swinging pets also. I know there was a lady that had a brand new pattern pack that just came out. I'm not sure the cost, but there was testing being done. So that's an option too. You can look them up on Etsy or on Instagram. I'm sure there's other people out there that have already bought that. But yeah, I think that's all I have. So I have less than a bag worth of stuff, bag and a half worth of stuff for inventory, and my show is Thursday, which is my birthday. We are going up Wednesday night, and we have to be set up by 7 a.m. They don't close the street until 6. I don't know how we're going to get set up in an hour. I really, really don't. I don't know how they expect people to be set up in an hour, but they do. I guess we'll get what we can set up and just go from there. But I sold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 23 items this weekend. And as you know, like I did a video previous this week, I made 25. So I'm not gaining much room. I got to make some more stuff, especially some bigger items. Those axolotls, another duck probably. I made these 2 here. So those will be like $16 worth of inventory. I'm working on, where'd it go? Oh, I'm working on a gummy bear. I'm like this, I have one round left for the gummy bear. I have to go to the booth, which I didn't sell a single thing last month. So it's $20. That's unfortunate. But part of that is I wasn't able to really fill it more. I need to get more of these $5 items in and kind of go from there. Maybe some more gummy worms and pop mushrooms and some stingrays and stuff. I have a abundance of those now, so maybe I keep, making 2 of every color and I can drop some off, but the time they're only open Wednesday through Sunday, so if I'm doing a booth all weekend, it's hard for me to get there before they close. But anyway, I'll figure it out, and if not, I'll owe another $20 for next month too if nothing sells. But they, summer is slow for for a lot of these shops, and I think that's just the case right now. We're not a real big touristy area as far as where I live. I suppose if it was in a different area, it would maybe be more of a tourist thing, but it's not. So yeah, so that's the update on that. The booth, I didn't make any money last month. I actually have to bring her $20 on Wednesday. Big bummer. But anyway, I will keep you informed as much as I can get done in the next couple days. I will try to do a video before we go to Marshall again. And then I will give you a market recap when we get back from there. If you guys want to send me anything for my birthday, shameless plug. I'm always looking to get safety eyes and patterns and, just things to work for my business, like, or of course a coffee or whatever, but my information is down below. And again, if you are participating in the Garfield make along, my address is down below too if you'd like to send anything in for that. There's other videos dedicated to explaining that, but if you have any questions, you can always email me. I hope you guys are having a wonderful summer. It's going by way too fast. If you could please share, like, subscribe if you're not subscribed. 50% of you are not subscribed. And it feels like YouTube killed my last video. There was only 30 some views on it, and normally I have over 100. So I'm not sure what happened to that video, but it got killed for sure. I think that's it. Okay, I hope you guys have a great day. I love you, I miss you, and we'll talk to you soon.